WAQAVONOVONO was talking on Skype with her husband, Eli Tamasi, when suddenly he stood up.
He just said, something has happened, I need you to be strong, and then that was it.
Eli Tamasi and 44 other Fijian United Nations peacekeepers had been kidnapped from their base in Syria by members of the Al-Nusra Front. They were held for 2 weeks before WAQAVONOVONO got another call. All 45 peacekeepers had been released. Her husband had lost weight, but he was free.
I just shouted and I cried and then the tears started coming out. The neighbors were coming to my house. They thought something bad had happened. When I told them the good news that he has been released, my shout was lower than theirs.
A Thanksgiving service in Suva included many soldiers who'd returned from similar missions.
There's every one of you.
At any one time, Fiji has between 10 and 20% of its soldiers working as peacekeepers abroad. For Fiji, a tiny country, the quantity of peacekeepers it provides the UN is part of its foreign policy.
In two major areas that we are now deployed to, Iraq and Syria, we went because nobody else wanted to go. All other troops were pulling out. There was a gap that needed to be filled. And for us to have a voice in the UN General Assembly, we need to continue to participate on peacekeeping operations.
For individual soldiers, there are incentives too. These, in Fiji, are helping to build a school, but all have taken part in UN missions in the past and will again. The main motivation is financial. With allowances from the United Nations on top of their salaries, Fijian soldiers can make substantially more peacekeeping abroad than they can training or working at home.
If you stay in Fiji as a normal salary, if you go for a mission, it will be like a double mission from the UN.
For Fiji too, the rewards are considerable. The United Nations gives contributing countries about $1,000 per soldier per month and pays to hire their equipment and vehicles too. For a small island nation, it's a trade-off: money, prestige and influence for men. Andrew Thomas, Al Jazeera, Suva, Fiji.